Defense has given up a 100-yard rusher. Pretty incredible. Herbert.
High pass. Did Williams make that catch? My goodness.
First of all, the pass is ridiculous because he's got to drop it over, and then Mike Williams just goes up and snatches that ball one-handed.
Oh, baby, with the NFL free agency still in full effect, El Professor Kenny C here today to give my free agency letter grade for Gang Green. I give the New York Jets an A-. Joe Douglas knew what he had to do, and he got it done. He shored up the offensive line for Aaron Rodgers, who's coming off that Achilles. Probably only has 1 to 2 years left in the tank. Got to give him some blocking up front. They went out and they got left tackle Tyrone Smith for a base salary of $6 million for the 33-year-old. That's a steal. The guy was a second-team All-Pro last year, playing only 13 games. He's had only 33 starts, or made only 33 starts since 2020, which is definitely something that's concerning. But when he's on the field, he's elite. They go out and they trade for right tackle Morgan Moses from the Ravens for a 4th and a 6th round pick. Spent his 2021 season with the Jets, started all 16 games. You got the chem there. I like the move. And they got John Simpson to be their starting left guard. Started all 19 games for Baltimore last season, including the playoffs. And you look at it, they have Tyrone Smith at left tackle, Simpson at left guard, Joe Tippmann at center, Elijah Vera Tucker at left guard, and Morgan Moses at right tackle. Solid. Then they got Tyrod Taylor, solid backup option. He spent time with the Jets, he spent time with the Giants, spent time with the Bills. Why not complete the New York trifecta? Bring him in, solid backup option. I like the move. And then yesterday they make their big splash and they get the wide receiver Mike Williams, 1 year, $15 million, lured him in with that New Jersey Taylor ham. 15.8 yards per reception in wide receivers with a minimum of 200 catches. I think that's the most in the league since 2020 in that span. Deep ball threat. I love it. Solid number 2. He dealt with an ACL injury that he was out after week 3 for the whole year. He's dealt with injuries the last 2 seasons. I believe he's missed a total of 16 games, so hopefully he can stay on the field, but that's a solid move for the Jets in getting another weapon for Rodgers, since clearly Allen Lazard for 2 years, $44 million, having only 23 catches last year has been a major botch. But in the draft, I still think with the number 10 overall pick, it opens it up for sure that they got Mike Williams. You could go Brock Bowers there. The Jets are the favorite to get Brock Bowers. You need a solid tight end. Tyler Conklin's okay, but Brock Bowers is an absolute stud out of Georgia. Or I would even go left tackle, because look at it. Same thing with Rodgers last year. They didn't have a solid backup. Zach Wilson's clearly not the guy. They crumbled. They brought in Tyrod this time. Similarly with left tackle. You can't really bank on Tyrone Smith staying healthy. I say you go... Obviously, Joe Alt out of Notre Dame is probably going to be gone, but maybe you go Fuaga out of Oregon, Fashanu out of Penn State, or you can go Fautanu out of Washington. There's options there. J.C. Latham, Amarius Mims out of Georgia. So I think the Jets should go left tackle with that pick, but I'll get to that when the draft stuff comes next month. The Jets, by the way, are also meeting with Jadeveon Clowney today, so when this video posts, if that move has already been made, there you go. The Jets got another solid piece. And by the way, they lost Bryce Huff, as everyone knows, to the Philadelphia Eagles. But you still have Quincy Williams, who was an All-Pro last year, and the vet C.J. Mosley. So that's something the Jets could also address in the later rounds of the draft. And the Jets brought back Solomon Thomas, a solid rotational piece on the D-line, locker room presence. And they brought in defensive tackle Javon Kinlaw, former 49er, another solid piece that they can rotate in there with Quinn and Williams on that line. I like it. Jets get an A-.